From Houston Nights to global superstardom. Before the sold-out arenas. Before the chaos. Before the world knew his name. There was a vision. Travis Scott is not just a rapper. He is a sound. A movement. A culture built on distortion, emotion, and energy. His music doesn't just play. It pulls you into another world. A world where fame collides with chaos. Where creativity pushes boundaries. Where controversy follows success. And legacy is still being written. This is the story of ambition without limits. Of highs that touched the sky. And moments that shook the ground. This is Travis Scott. He was born Jacques Berman Webster II. Raised in Houston, Texas. A city of heat, pressure, and ambition. He grew up between two worlds. Quiet suburban streets. And rougher environments that taught him survival. That contrast shaped his sound. Calm and chaos. Melody and distortion. From a young age, his obsession was clear. Not just rapping, but creating. Hours locked in with music production. Studying sounds. Breaking them apart. Inspired by visionaries like Kanye West and Kid Cudi. Artists who proved music could be emotional, experimental, and raw. College was the plan. But music was the calling. So he made a decision that changed everything. He dropped out. Walked away from expectations. Against his family's wishes. No backup plan. No safety net. Just belief. And a sound the world hadn't heard yet. Success didn't come easy. There were early failures. Missed opportunities. Long nights with nowhere to go. At times, he was homeless. Sleeping wherever he could. Chasing a dream that didn't care how tired he was. Then came Los Angeles. A city of opportunity. And rejection. Hundreds of doors. Most of them closed. Until one moment changed everything. Kanye West heard his production. Not the hype. The vision. That cosign opened the first real door. Early deals followed. Studios. Meetings. Pressure. Then came the music. Owl Pharaoh. Raw. Unpolished. Different. Then Days Before Rodeo. Dark. Fearless. Addictive. The sound spread underground. Not through radio. But through the streets. And the internet. A cult fan base began forming. Loyal. Obsessive. Ready to rage. Travis Scott was no longer chasing the spotlight. The spotlight was starting to chase him. Then came the albums. That changed modern hip-hop. Rodeo. A statement. Rebellious. Unpredictable. It didn't follow trends. It created them. Then Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. Darker. More focused. A sound trapped between fame and isolation. And then Astroworld. An era. A moment. A cultural takeover. This was Travis Scott's signature sound. Psychedelic trap. Auto-tuned emotion that felt human. Dark, space-like production that pulled listeners into orbit. His music wasn't meant to be heard. It was meant to be experienced. And nowhere was that clearer than his concerts. Rage energy. Walls of sound. Mosh pits shaking the ground. Festivals turned into chaos. Crowds moving as one. Controlled madness. This wasn't just a show. It was a Travis Scott experience. Travis Scott was never just an artist. He became a brand. A name that meant more than music. A symbol of culture, hype, and influence. Major partnerships followed. Nike, Jordan brand. Sneakers that sold out in seconds. McDonald's, turning a fast food meal into a cultural event. Fortnite, a virtual concert that broke the internet and redefined live performance. Beyond the music came a merchandise empire. Limited drops. Chaos marketing. Fans lining up worldwide. Every release felt exclusive. Every moment felt historic. The result? An estimated net worth between $80 and $100+ million. But money was never the main goal. Travis Scott mastered something bigger. He didn't just release music. He turned music into experiences. Behind the fame, there is a private life. One relationship lived under a global spotlight. His high-profile connection with Kylie Jenner. Constant headlines. Endless speculation. Yet one truth remains clear. Travis Scott has never been married. No wife. No public fairy tale. What he does speak through is fatherhood. 2 children. Stormy Webster and Air Webster. Moments of love kept away from the noise. Shared in glimpses. Never fully exposed. He chooses privacy in a world that demands access. Protecting what matters most. Balancing fatherhood with superstardom. 2 different worlds. One man walking between them. Then came a moment that changed everything. The Astroworld Festival tragedy. A night meant for music ended in loss. The world stopped. And the spotlight turned harsh. Global backlash followed. Questions. Anger. Pain. Media pressure closed in from every side. Legal battles began. Every move examined. Every silence criticized. For the first time, the rage went quiet. Travis disappeared from the public eye. No stages. No celebrations. Only reflection. Months passed. Then slowly. A return. Not louder. Not reckless. More cautious. More aware. The tragedy reshaped his career. Redefined his image. Left a permanent mark on his legacy. Because fame can elevate you overnight. But responsibility weighs even heavier. Silence doesn't last forever. After the controversy came the music. Not rushed. Not careless. A return shaped by reflection. By growth. By responsibility. The sound evolved. Still dark. Still atmospheric. But heavier. More intentional. New visuals. New energy. A new era taking form. The fans never left. They stayed loyal. Defensive. Devoted. And the debate never ended. Some questioned the comeback. Others welcomed it. Because Travis Scott remains a polarizing figure. Loved by millions. Criticized by many. But one thing is undeniable. He still commands attention. Still moves culture. Still holds power. Travis Scott redefined live performances. He turned concerts into experiences. Stages into worlds. Crowds into energy. He changed the look of modern trap. The sound. The atmosphere. Dark visuals. Psychedelic production. Emotion wrapped in distortion. A new generation followed. Artists inspired by his fearlessness. By his ability to blur music, fashion, and art. His influence can be heard. And seen. Everywhere. The story is complex. The legacy still unfolding. But one truth remains. Love him or hate him, Travis Scott didn't just make music, he created worlds.